Good evening, beautiful people of the You Create the Dream page, and welcome to Awake in the Dream. This is our fortnightly call. You get to ask me anything that you like, and I also share things that I suppose you could call them downloads, something that comes to mind throughout the day that I feel is a message that everybody needs to hear today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do say hi as you come on. Let me know that you're here, and I, of course, love to acknowledge your beautiful presence. For those that know me, do say hi. And for those that are new to the page, please say hi. Please let me know if you watch the replay, comment hashtag replay. But I do love to get to know each and every person. So welcome, welcome. I'm just going to make sure that everything is functioning okay. I might head over to my phone. I have popped on just a little early. Let's see. I am here. I am live. Look at that. It's so interesting that comments are a hit and miss. Last night in the I Am Woman page, comments didn't work on the computer. Today they are on the computer, and I'm ever so grateful. Good evening, beautiful Rencha. Good evening, Marina. Hello, hello. I'm so happy that you love the background. I was actually just looking at it because I actually put this together in like 10 minutes before the last Awake in the Dream call. And I thought, oh, maybe I should change it. But, it's pretty cool. I think I'll just move the text possibly over that way a little bit so I'm not covering it. Awake in the Dra. Okay, welcome everybody. I hope you've had the most amazing, amazing day. So often what happens is I sense a theme for people. So I have spoken of late about big shifts and the fact that there's a big convergence happening this year, the 9-year, the year of endings, clearings, finalizations, veils lifting even more, truths being revealed because the old is losing its grip, right? It's the end of a cycle, so the old is losing its grip. And then we've got the wood snake it's a wood snake year as well. So the snake, what does the snake do? It sheds its skin. It's change, it's transformation, it's new. So there's a lot of shedding and a lot of stuff going on. And for a lot of people, that's an easier ride. And for some, it's getting rid of really deep-seated stuff and big shifts happening for a lot of people. And for some people, it's easier. And for some people, perhaps they're going through a little bit more. So just be mindful of those around you. But something that really sort of hit home today and really came through is the journey's not always a bed of roses. It can be tough. And resilience is called for, but nothing ever happens to us. It happens for us. So have you ever felt perhaps shattered by life's challenges, as though you couldn't possibly put yourself back together again? Or perhaps it seems to be one thing after the next, after the next, after the next, right? And we've got this convergence going on. So there's a massive shake-up happening for so many people. But have you felt like it all just gets too much, as though you couldn't possibly put yourself back together? Like, what do you put yourself back together as? What's left to put back together? But what if I told you that those cracks are actually where your greatest power lies? Today, I really feel called to, I want to make this experiential actually as well, but I feel called to take you on a journey into the depths of your experiences. And I don't want you to be put off by this, but the depths of your hurts, your challenges. And I want you to recognize the sacred alchemy, the magic that occurs when you allow those moments to shape you, not break you. Because in each and every moment we have a choice. Everything just is. What we do with what is entirely up to us. We are meaning-making machines. So as an example, and it was a miracle. It's interesting, this is twofold, right? But I had literally a waterfall in my home on Saturday whilst I had a Reiki class here. Literally waterfalls. Were there blessings? Absolutely. It could have happened when I was not home. That would be disastrous. It could have happened when I was home alone. That would have been hard work for me. There would have been obviously a lot to do, and I'm extremely, extremely busy. I'm always busy, but even more so right now. But I was in the midst of a class, and everybody, without a spoken word, without any commanding or ordering or ask for help, everybody got up And we threw towels down and we zhuzhed things around a little bit to make sure that we can minimize the damage. And then, mind you, I mean, I don't need to go into all the detail, but we're in the midst of a meditation when this happened. And then, of course, eyes open and rain, waterfalls everywhere. But I just said to everybody, let's get our stuff and let's move into the other room because class needs to continue. And don't worry about this. It doesn't matter. We'll come back to it later. So in any given moment, we get to see things in any way that we choose. We get to react or we get to respond. But it is what it is, and what we do with what is up to us. What we do, and it was a beautiful example because I wasn't shaken by it. I kept my peace because I have mastered the art of keeping my peace no matter what. And it took a lot of work. If you saw who I was in my 20s and what I had gone through and all the things that had continued to, the challenges and the big things that have happened in my life, they were my training. That was the training that was required of me at the time to prepare me for the work that I do right now. We'll never find strength unless we're put in a situation where we need to be strong. We'll never become courageous unless we are put in situations where we need to be courageous. Our entire journey has been training. So we have a choice. It shapes you or it breaks you. Entirely up to you. And I will not let anything break me. We were all safe. Everything's fine. Is it a shit show in having to deal with building dust again? That's probably the worst aspect of it. It's like, oh my goodness. I work crazy hours and to have to deal with like builders and building dust and all that stuff again, that's probably the least comforting part in it all. But you know what? So what? It is what it is. So it was a beautiful example, and I'm grateful that I had the students here. I'm grateful that they could see somebody living by example. I'm grateful, for the help. I'm extremely grateful that no one's cars were damaged in the hail. So it was hail that caused it. The hail literally blocked the gutters, froze into solid blocks because it was cool, froze into solid blocks so no water could drain, literally, and it all backed up and came through. So it is what it is. What do we do with what is? And I certainly won't let things like that break me. So throughout tonight's call, and I know many of you need to hear this, but I want you to listen not just with your ears. I want you to listen with an open heart. I want you to receive the blessings that come through because there are so many blessings and so much love pouring through me right now. But I want you to receive that love. I want you to receive the blessings. And I want you to allow this to be about deep healing and the capacity to change the way that you view your life and your path forward. Because none of it is meant to break you. And I know it's hard, and I know sometimes things can be extremely hard, and I know sometimes it can be scary. But I promise you that there is a way through. There is always a way through. So I want to ask you this. What if the challenges, the hurts and the wounds of your life are not your curses or crosses to bear, but what if they're actually gifts in disguise? What if they're gifts? And I know in the midst of pain and I know in the midst of challenges, it's really hard to see that. But that comes with mastering your power. That takes time. But what if they're actually gifts in disguise? What if they are ultimately your greatest strength? Ultimately the things that become your greatest inspiration and the deepest recognition of the beauty and the blessings that exist in your life. Because in time we look back at our hardships and we realize that who we are, the wisdom that we have, and our capacity to know that should shit happen, that we can stand up and we can get back up and we can move forward. So what if they are actually blessings? What if in those moments when it feels like everything is actually falling apart, that life is not breaking you, but it's breaking you open? I'm going to repeat that. It is not breaking you. It is breaking you open. Open into, like it's opening something within you. It's breaking open. Maybe it's breaking open your magic. Maybe it's breaking open power. Maybe you've been so powerful in the past, and for whatever reason, fear set in, and you've closed off that aspect of yourself, and it is so deep within you because you swore you would never go there again. You swore you would never put yourself in a position of judgment again, whatever the story is, right? Whatever your story is. And for all of us, we are born, especially at this point in time, we are born to stand in our power and to be the greatest version of ourselves. But if in the past we spoke up, if in the past we stood in our power, if in the past we used our power and we were persecuted for it, not just this life, past lives, ridiculed, whatever happened in your past, if that scared the hell out of you, and it caused you to keep that greatest part of yourself encased deep within you. If you swore, if you vowed you would never go there again, whatever it is that went on, it is that power is still you, because you can't deny your power. It is still, you can absolutely not use it, but that's not fulfillment. But what if it is trapped so deep within you? And the only way is to break you open. So you go through layer upon layer of healing. It's not breaking you, it's breaking open something within you so as to set you free, so as to set your power free. Perhaps it's revealing to you new possibilities, new wisdom, and new levels of resilience that you could never have reached otherwise. Perhaps you know you're strong because you survived some hardships in this lifetime. But nothing, that strength that you think you're showing, that resilience that you think you're showing, it is nothing compared to the strength, the wisdom, the magic, and the resilience that is deep within you. So perhaps it's cracking that open. What if it is? What if it is? So many of us have been conditioned to see our wounds as something to hide. We wear masks of perfection. We pretend that everything is okay. We hold in our pain because, it's all about the stiff upper lip. You're holding your pain like it's some shameful secret. But deep down, you know how exhausting it is. And that is unsustainable. It robs you of your truth. It robs you of your light. But here's another thought. What if your wounds and your pains are not meant to be hidden? What if they're not shameful at all? What if they're actually sacred? I know for myself personally, I was always an extremely private person. And the first time I actually cracked open a little bit so as to share a part of my life's journey was with my first book, Back on Track. And I actually started writing that book using other people's stories, my clients' stories. In one chapter, I'd link a particular client with each topic that I wanted for each chapter. And, I once had a client, blah, 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 changing names, of course, and sharing that experience. And then in another chapter, I'd bring another client. And then I realized it was just too itsy bitsy. It wasn't flowing, because ultimately that book was really about being an entry into the journey of spirituality for people, and to share my October 26th experience, October 26, 1999, which was the day I was meant to die. So it just didn't work. And I had to pull it all apart. And then I had to sit and be vulnerable enough. And there's so much strength in vulnerability. But vulnerable enough to say, okay, I will allow myself to be seen. I will share, not all, because there are a lot of things that I think just didn't need to be shared, but I sat with what I was comfortable sharing about my life's journey, and I brought that in, and it completely changed the flow of the book. But we're not meant to be hidden. And also, for people to see you as having it all together and perfect and what have you, if it's not who you are, it's not who you are. It's not authentic. People looked at me and the fact that I was so intuitive and thought my life was a bed of roses and nothing bad would ever. I would often have people say, nothing bad would ever happen to you because your guidance is so strong that, that your guides would protect you from everything. But again, you have to understand, if the law of the universe is, it is what it is, and what you do with what is up to you. To our spirit team, there is nothing that is good or bad. You have the power of free will and choice, and it all simply is. And everything is offering you an opportunity to learn, to grow, to gather more wisdom, to gather more tools, to gather more skills, and to become better than you were yesterday. And you don't do that when life is a bed of roses. When everything's great, what do you learn? It's when we're stretched that we learn and grow the most. It's when we're stretched so much that we have to go in deeper to find more tools, more resources within us. It's when we feel the fear and do it anyway, when we step beyond our comfort zone, that we're stretched so much more. So being highly intuitive doesn't stop challenges coming. Being doing the work doesn't stop challenges coming, because we're here to have the human experience, to grow, to learn. So no matter how much work we do, there will be challenges. But the difference is in when we master our power, when we're here in present time, and we choose to remain here in present time, when we choose to not lose our power, when we choose to not give up our peace to anything, then the challenges come. Yes, sure, they can be a little bit chaotic sometimes, and they can be a bit of a shit show, but you kind of go, okay, it is what it is. What am I going to do with what is? Like, yeah, I'm not going to lose my peace over it, because nothing is worth that. So just show me the way. What do I need to learn from this? Just show me the way. I choose to learn now, and I choose to move forward. But don't hide who you are. Your journey has been sacred. The learnings have been sacred. The wisdom you have today is not because of the good times. The wisdom you have today is because of your experiences, because of the fact that you, if you choose to learn from the experience, preserve the learnings and let the rest go. So what if the difficulties are the very credentials that end up shaping your destiny? You see, you matter. You matter. Your journey matters. What brought you to this moment in your life matters. Whatever that story has been, it matters. But the most important thing to remember is that you are not the story. You are not bound by that story. This moment matters. In this moment, you get to, all right, as an example, your entire past has contributed to this moment, who you are, how you feel, all the things. But the past doesn't create tomorrow unless you continue to let it create tomorrow. It's how you feel and what you do right here, right now, in this moment that creates the next moment, and that's what creates your tomorrow. That's what creates your future. You are made up of the events that have shaped you, but you are not defined by the events that have shaped you. You are not the pain. You are not the trauma. You are not the disappointments. You are not the failures. You are so much more than any of that. You've lived through challenges that have tested every single fibre of your being. You've experienced heartbreak. You've experienced setback. You've experienced losses and disappointments. But you know what? You're still here. And that's worth celebrating. You are still here. And not just surviving, but you are here with the potential to thrive beyond anything that you thought was possible. Anything. Beyond the biggest dreams that you have. And each time that you have gone through stuff, each challenge that you have survived, you have been rebuilt. Maybe you didn't notice it happening, but every experience has been refining you. Every experience has been fortifying your spirit with courage, with compassion, with wisdom, and with strength. The person that you are today carries the lessons and the power of every moment that you have endured. Every moment. But here's the secret. Before I share the secret, I'm just going to double check that comments are still working, because we have in the past had comments that have started on the page. Oh my goodness, I'm missing comments. Sorry, everybody. Let me just. 3 comments came through, and I spoke too soon, and I've missed lots of comments. Pop this here again. Okay. Hello, Libby. I didn't say hi to you before. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Valerie. Good evening, beautiful. Watch the replay. Have a thunderstorm. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me know, Marina. So, where was I? Where was I? A secret. A secret. Every moment that you have endured has been for a reason, because everything happens for a reason. It has all been a part of your transformation. You have to make a conscious choice to preserve the learnings and let the rest go. The hard stories, the pain, the challenges, the depths that you've been to before. You have to preserve the learnings and let the rest go. Let go of the pain, because holding on to the pain, holding on to the stories is like dragging a heavy anchor through your life. But when you extract the wisdom, just the wisdom, when you extract the wisdom, when you look at it and say, you know what, I learned this and I realize now it had to happen because it's from this experience that I gained X, Y, Z. So when you extract the wisdom, you free yourself, because now you begin to rise. You see it vastly differently to start with. You realize that perhaps you felt like a victim at the time, but now you realize that you're not a victim, that you learned and so much from it. So now you're the conscious creator. And in doing so and in seeing the wisdom, you begin to rise, you begin to feel lighter, brighter than ever. So maybe you're still suffering because you haven't extracted all of the wisdom. Maybe you need to keep being reminded of that pain because there's more wisdom for you to recognize in it. But it's in the extracting of the wisdom that you free yourself. Because now it doesn't look like it was hard. You know it was hard. But now you're looking at it differently. You're looking at it through new eyes. It's the wisdom that sets you free. It's the wisdom that sets you free. And like I said, you begin to rise. You feel lighter. You feel more empowered. You feel taller and you feel stronger, brighter even than before. But life will continue to throw challenges. It'll keep throwing challenges your way because that's what we learn and grow from the most. But with the wisdom, you start to see things differently. So when life tries to shatter you, no matter how hard it tries, you'll have an understanding that it's not the end. It's just an opportunity to create something even more extraordinary. I need to say that again. It is not the end. It's an opportunity to create something even better than before. What if every time you felt shattered, you were being given a divine invitation to put yourself back together in a way that you never imagined? What if it's actually an invitation? What if what you're feeling right now is just an invitation? This isn't just about healing. This is about alchemizing. You're magical. This is about alchemizing. This is about turning your pain into purpose, your brokenness into beauty, your wounds into wisdom. There's a beautiful ancient art form that the Japanese use, and it illustrates this truth so perfectly. I have written about it once before. It's called, oh my goodness, I forgot the name, kintsugi, kintsugi, which basically means golden repair. When a piece of pottery breaks, the traditional approach might be to throw it away. We might break something and we might throw it. But they don't do that. They don't throw it away. Or if you try to repair it, if you feel like something can be fixed at home, what are you going to do? You're going to get, what's that? Super glue, something that dries clear, right? You're going to try and repair it so you cannot see the damage anymore, because we feel that if you cannot see the damage anymore, then you've done a good job in repairing it. They don't do that. They don't do that. They take a completely different approach. The artisans use a liquid gold, silver, or lacquer that's dusted with a powdered gold to repair the broken pieces so they stand out. They don't try to disguise the cracks, they actually highlight them. And the results are breathtakingly beautiful, absolutely stunning pieces. The repaired items become even more beautiful and valuable than it was before. Every single crack, every fracture becomes a part of its unique story, a testament of its resilience, its strength. It's not a flaw to be concealed. It is not a flaw to be concealed. That's exactly what life does for us. We don't go through these things and become a flaw that we need to conceal. Our cracks are our strength. Our cracks are our resilience. Our cracks are the wisdom that now shines through us because of the amount of times that we have been broken, the amount of times that we have landed on the floor in tears. The strength, the wisdom, the courage, the beautiful heart, the compassion, the empathy that you have are because of your past experiences. They are you, the real you shining through your cracks. The power, the magical essence within us is the power within us shining through our cracks. We all have moments of being shattered or feeling shattered, but those cracks, those moments of breaking are where the light gets in. They are where transformation begins. They are where we end up shining through. You're like that piece of pottery. No two people experience life in exactly the same way, and no two people will break in exactly the same way. It's not possible. Your story, your wounds, and your healing are entirely your own. And when you embrace that, when you honor the beauty, the magic, and the imperfections and the incredible essence that is you, you become a masterpiece like no other. Because you're born to be you, not born to be like anyone else. So I want for you to experience this truth for yourself, and I'm really feeling called to guiding you through a meditation. A moment of perhaps reflection and reconnection. So I want you, if you can, if you're not driving, to please make yourself nice and comfortable. Making yourself nice and comfortable. Gently closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And just entering a space where time slows, where you can reconnect with the truth of who you are. And again, taking a deep breath in and exhale, relaxing deeper and deeper. Your feet there on the ground, feeling the support of Mother Earth, feeling that beautiful, gentle support beneath you. And again, taking a deep breath in, expanding your lungs fully. And exhale. Letting go of any tension, letting go of any distractions, any noise from the outside world. And again, a deep breath in and exhale, allowing your mind and your body to soften. This is your time, your moment. And again, taking another deep breath in, feeling the air move into your heart space. Hold it gently. And exhale slowly, imagining a golden light filling the area of your chest. Let's do that again, a deep breath in. Right there into your heart, feel the warmth, feel the expansion. And exhale, letting yourself sink deeper and deeper into this moment of stillness. And now with your inner awareness, I want you to bring to mind something that has caused you pain. Perhaps it's a challenge now or a past challenge. A challenge, a wound, or a moment that has left you feeling quite broken. Again, it might be something recent or it might be something long buried deep within you. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. Just allow one memory to gently rise. Notice what it feels like to hold this experience in your awareness. You don't need to judge it or change it right now. Just simply observe it with curiosity, with compassion. And now imagine that this experience has taken the form of a piece of delicate pottery. I want you to see that delicate pottery there very clearly in your mind. Notice all the things. Notice what colour it is. Notice all the things. Is it patterned or not? See it clearly in your mind. Perhaps it's intricately designed. Perhaps it's more than one colour. Perhaps it's 2 colours, 3 colours. Just notice this object. Notice all the details. This object symbolises a part of your life that once felt whole. But see how it's been shattered. Pieces lie scattered around you. Take a moment to acknowledge what is. Take a moment to acknowledge what it feels like to see it like this. Perhaps there's sadness, frustration, or even a sense of loss. Just let those emotions flow without any resistance. This is a space for honesty and vulnerability. We can allow the emotions to stay in motion. We allow the energy to remain in motion. And now, gently, with the utmost care, I want you to see yourself kneeling down to gather all of those pieces. One by one, you gently pick them up. And as you hold each fragment, notice that it begins to glow softly in your hands. A warm golden light, almost as if it recognizes you. Beautiful light emerges from within the cracks. This golden light represents the wisdom. This golden light represents the strength and the love that has always been within you. It has always been within you. It is the essence of your soul, untouched by any of life's challenges, because your soul remains untouched. It's pure, it's divine. And now it is ready to flow through the cracks, turning your pain into something beautiful and whole once more. And as you continue to gather the fragments, see a gentle, radiant presence appear by your side. This presence might be a guide, an ancestor, or simply an embodiment of your higher self. But the perfect being arrives now. And they assist you, helping you understand that these broken pieces are not evidence of failure. They are opportunities of transformation. They are your opportunities for transformation. Feel yourself embracing this process, not rushing, just embracing. Honor each piece, knowing that it carries a story, knowing that it carries a lesson, knowing that it carries a gift. And you may hear a whisper within. You are ready to be whole again. You are ready to be whole in a whole new and profound way. And as you hold the final piece in your hands, feel a surge of empowerment rise within you. You are no longer afraid of the cracks. You are no longer afraid at all. You no longer see them as something to hide. You see them as sacred. Each piece, a portal to the depths of your courage, a portal to the depths of your resilience, your truth. And now imagine that divine liquid gold begin to flow through your hands, gently sealing the fragments back together. This is not just a repair. It is an alchemy of the soul. You are becoming something new, something even more magnificent than before. The object before you is no longer shattered. It glows with a beautiful, divine, golden seam. Look at all of those golden seams. Each line a testament to your journey. Look at it closely. This is not the person you were before your wounds. This is the person you've become because of them. This is your masterpiece. That's right. And take a deep breath in. Place your hands on your heart, both of your hands on your heart. Feel the energy of transformation coursing through you. And exhale. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply and rhythmically. And whisper to yourself, I am not broken. I am becoming. I am whole in ways I never imagined. Let this truth settle deeply into your being. That's right. And now reflect on the following questions and take the time to feel into each one of them. What have my challenges taught me about my strength? What wisdom have I gained from my wounds? What would it feel like to live without fear of being broken again? What would it feel like to go into the very depths of myself and set myself free? Allow any insights to rise naturally. There's no need to force anything. Trust that whatever comes is exactly what it is that you need right now. And now repeat these affirmations silently or out aloud. And really let their power sink into every aspect of your being. My wounds are my wisdom. I honor my journey and rise stronger. I release the need to hide my pain. I am proud of who I have become. I trust that when things fall apart, they are making way for something even greater. I am whole. I am radiant. I am unshakable. Feel these words making their way through your entire being, your heart, your mind, your body, each and every cell. Allow them to reprogram any lingering doubts or fears. For you are stepping into a new reality, one where you embrace the fullness of your being. That's right. I invite you to take a moment to simply sit in this energy. Feel it. Feel it. Just bathe in the energy, bathe in the frequency. You are now more aligned with your true self. You are now more aware of your power, your resilience, and your infinite capacity to transform pain into beauty. Your power is shining through now. And know that this transformation, it doesn't end here. You carry the awareness, the power, and the magic with you into every moment of your life. And from now on, whenever you face challenges, you remember, I am not breaking. I am becoming. That's right. You are becoming, beautiful one. And taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes, coming back into present awareness and opening your eyes. Welcome back. I would love for you to share how that was for you. I want you to remember that you're not broken. You're undergoing a sacred process of becoming. Every crack, every scar, every moment of your pain is a part of your unique beauty. And just like that Japanese art teaches us, your worth has not diminished. It has actually increased in value because of what it is that you have lived through. You already have everything that you need within you to rise because you're not broken. You're becoming. Every challenge, every setback, every crack in your story is a part of who you are. It's a part of your unique beauty. You're being shaped into an incredible masterpiece, one that shines with wisdom, or the wisdom of every single experience that you have ever lived. You are more powerful because of them. You are more courageous because of them. And you are more radiant and light-filled than you have ever imagined. You are more powerful than you have ever imagined. So I would love to know how you're feeling. And if anyone has any questions before I end the call. I wish for you all the most magnificent evening. Much love and power to you all. Okay, I know there's a 30-second lag or something. I will give it a few more seconds. If no one has any questions, then I will call it a night. It's still raining here. It's been raining most of the day, actually. Anyway, sending you all much love, and I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. And for those that are in the I Am Woman program, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening. Good night, everyone.